Next on deck with Tim Black.
Look at them now. They're all coming out after losing. Now they all get it.
Is insulting for the working class to see incoming migrants getting welcome bags, debit cards, and motel rooms is probably insulting as well.
It asked if government should increase border security. Same result. Hispanic Americans are less okay with illegal immigration than whitey. The votes are in. They don't want your pity.
I was running a 2028 campaign, and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying, I'm going to resign if you don't do this. Not only would I fire that on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot.
Tonight's topic, CNN Scott Jennings. He's talking about the Democratic Party.
Wait a minute, you're not going to let me, it takes Maria 5 minutes to define what the Democratic brand is, and you don't let me respond to it after I show up on time on Christmas Eve? This is an insult that will not be forgotten, Kate. I promise you.
I just bought you 30 seconds just because I'm feeling
Maria,
she
filibustered me out of the conversation here.
Stop talking and go.
Well, it took Maria 5 minutes. Here's 10 seconds. Democrats are the party of uncommon nonsense. Republicans are the party of common sense. It's why our tent right now is full of such a wide ideological spectrum. People are flocking to the Republicans because we stand for common sense.
Yeah.
And Democrats have taken on all this uncommon fringe nonsense. And if they are in the toilet, my advice, flush away the fringe and the people who have drug you down there, because this is why Republicans won the election.
Yeah, as long as he stays away from black issues, he'd be okay. Yeah, we start talking about black people, it's like, whoa, don't do that. But yeah, is he right about this? This comment he made here. Is this making any sense? He said the Democratic Party, the uncommon nonsense party. Yeah, because it's not the things that are really on the minds of the people, is what he's saying. They're uncommon. These things are flukes. These are one-offs. We don't let the trans play basketball with the other the biological women. Who will they play with? This is a major problem. Really?
It's run by the county. Jenner, of course, a former Olympian and contributor on Fox News, known to point to her experience in sports as her reasoning for backing bans like these. Listen to what she had to say today.
When it comes to athletics, participation, with the biological sex, you have to compete in the biological sex that you were born. This is critical to protecting the integrity of competition in women's sports.
The New York Attorney General issuing a cease and desist order now because of this ban.
I don't think it's a major problem. The cost of eggs, that's a major problem. Cost of gas, that's a major problem. Housing shortage, that's a major problem. We got some major problems. I don't think Debbie can play on the girls' team now that Danny is Debbie. I don't think that's a major problem. She's not even going to go to the WNBA. It's not even a good player. Look, I'm just saying, guys. What do you think about what Scott Jennings said? I think Scott Jennings hit the nail on the head with this one. The Democratic Party is full of nonsense. I knew some people that wanted to vote for Kamala. They did. I know black women that wanted to vote for Kamala. They were like, I just can't. She's not talking about anything. What is she talking about? She just didn't have any topics that made people interested. Then she just went and got a shiny object out the back and was like, I don't have anything to say, but look at my shiny object. It's called Oprah. Look. See, I'm holding it. That makes me special. See? Put this shiny object right here. Hold tight. I'm going to go get another one. This one's called Don Cheadle. He's an actor. Look. Shiny object. Oh, more. I got more. Robert De Niro. More shiny objects. Bunk from The Wire. That guy. I forget his name. Winslow, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Put that here. Hold before you get pissed off. Beyonce and the other one. Shiny objects. No substance at all. But one thing I think is wrong. I wish people would cut the cap. Yeah, stop the BS and the nonsense, man. It's not like the Democrats don't know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. They didn't overlook the economy. They just didn't. They had agreements. They had agreements. They got a strategy, and they got donors and special interests that they're bowing to. Like this whole idea that the Democrats, they just can't figure it out. That mofo, it's on purpose. Stop acting like we're talking about the Bad News Bears. A bunch of misfits thrown together. There are paid consultants, hired hacks, people doing all types of reports, falling out of their ears. They got all the analytics, all the information. They know. Gosh, the economy. How did we miss that one? You really think so? Oh, God, we forgot to close the border down. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Joe, you left the border open for 3.5 years. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't realize I left it open for 3.5 years. Close it. Better yet, let's go to Congress and get a bill passed right away. But let's put in a bunch of shit in it that will make no Republicans want to pass it. Yeah, put a bunch of stuff in it they hate, but we'll be able to say we had a border reform bill. Hurry up. Run. Yeah, let's cut the crap, man. Let's cut the cap. Let's stop pretending the Democrats don't know what they're doing. Let's stop pretending. Stop pretending somebody got pregnant and they don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. You got naked, you laid down with somebody, you went to bed with them, you did the hokey pokey, you spun yourself around. That's what it's all about. But I got to teach you sex ed too. But that's how people get. They get automatically stupid, right? They get to this point. And so Scott's kind of playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he wants to keep a job. I don't know what it is, but I do not respect it. Okay? The Democrats know exactly what they're doing. It's the same thing Republicans know what they're doing. They know what they're doing with the bombs, with the wars, with all the stuff they're into, their special interest. 2025, I want black people to wake up and realize and accept. I want to be a part of them understanding that anything the Democrats don't do is because they don't want to do it. Yeah, stop acting like somebody's held hostage in the back. Stop acting like somebody's got, there's a terror cell that's forcing people not to do things that make fucking sense. Like, we gotta stop giving people the easy way out. Except people do things on purpose. When there's money on the line, when there are special interest groups, donors, when there are all these people that they're trying to satisfy, that's more important than you. To them. This idea that all of a sudden, all these Democrats figured it out. They're like, look at them now. They're all coming out after losing. Now they all get it.
Is insulting for the working class to see incoming migrants getting welcome bags, debit cards, and motel rooms is probably insulting as well.
It asked if government should increase border security. Same result. Hispanic Americans are less okay with illegal immigration than whitey. The votes are in. They don't want your pity. And black people can't afford to indulge rich white people's need to endlessly flagellate themselves. They just want prices to go down and good jobs and the police when you call them. Black people, they're just like us.
I will run in a 2028 campaign, and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying, I'm going to resign if you don't do this. Not only would I fire that motherfucker on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot.
But we lost. And I just want to say this to the Democrats, which I'm an independent who voted Democratic. Do me this favor. Shut the up.
Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know how we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House,
Totally agree.
For the popular vote, he has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream built around him and for him, and a religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on earth and in our lifetime. And we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary people.
You're totally right.
Like, I've been warning people, like, you got to chill out. You know, like the constant, freak out. It's not helpful. So, pack a lunch, pace yourself, because he hasn't even taken office yet.
Well, it turns out you suck, follow me is not as persuasive as liberals apparently think.
They didn't understand why we're sending money to Ukraine or to Israel, but we can't afford eggs and gas. And I think that we missed the mark on the messaging from the beginning. And I don't think we understood how to communicate and how to message to the middle of the country or to, everyday people who are just trying to buy groceries for their family. So I think, a lot of that is a referendum on a previous administration. And then a lot of it is not being able to explain sort of some of these bigger policy ideas and why that some of these different pieces of democracy are so important.
You were out there. I saw you at the convention in Chicago. You interviewed Kamala Harris a couple times. Were you surprised?
That she lost?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say surprised.
Yeah, I know what's wrong with us. So, I've been trying to talk to the Democrats all this time. Why weren't you talking about this before the election? Oh, well, because it just came to me last week. Really, these have been problems that have been happening in the last 4 years. Democrats have been in power, 12 of the last 16 years? What epiphany. So anyway, my only thing with Scott is, Scott, stop giving them credit. Stop giving them a way out. It ain't an excuse. They don't need excuses. They need abuses. Okay, don't excuse them, abuse them. All right? Because they're not dumb. There are a lot of things, but they're not dumb. Okay? That when you call someone dumb, sometimes it applies. But these people are strategizing. These people are shrewd. Okay? These are operators. They've been operating in the system for a very long time. This party knows what it's doing. When it brings in 10 million, 20 million migrants, that wasn't an accident. They left the door open on purpose. In fact, folks, it's a part of a larger scheme. So, Scott, cut the cap. Call it as you see it. Don't defend nonsense. And stop minimizing the shit that we're in.